Now, the Independent National Electoral Commission has expressed doubt over the likelihood of the petitioners calling for the recall of the senator representing Kogi Central Senatorial District, Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, meeting the required number of signatures to initiate a fresh recall process. The commission stated this following the renewed push by the petitioners to mobilize more constituents against Akpoti-Uduaghan and ensure her recall after INEC dismissed their first petition. Now, INEC, in a statement on Thursday, dismissed the petition seeking Akpoti-Uduaghan's recall, declaring that it failed to meet the constitutional requirements outlined in Section 69, subsection A of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999. But the petitioners said they remained unperturbed by INEC's stance, insisting that there was no going back on their resolve to bring the Kogi senator back home. Joining us to discuss more on this is the press secretary of the Social Democratic Party, SDP, in Kogi State, Isaiah Ijele. Thank you so much for joining us on the news, Isaiah.
Thank you. Good evening, and thank you for having me once again.
All right, so what is your party's stance on INEC's decision to dismiss the recall petition against Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan?
Okay. You see, as a matter of fact, from the beginning, from the the starting point of this whole recalling Brahaha, we all know that it's going to be a fruitless mission, because you cannot even recall whom you didn't call. These people that are agitating or standing for the recall of Senator Natasha today were not her supporters. Those are not the people that stood and voted her in. They have been with the puppet and the puppeteer all the while. So they saw an opportunity to also milk the puppet and the puppeteer and giving them hope of what they cannot do. It's mission impossible. You see, I said it earlier on that station that it is easier for 20 camels and 20 cows to pass through the eyes of a needle than recalling Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. It is not possible. You cannot recall a performing senator. You cannot recall a senator that has been given the dividend of democracy, of constituency project to her people. Even the lady on the pajamas that went to INEC to submit the petition, her father was a beneficiary of Senator Natasha empowerment with motorcycle. How can you recall such person? So even your own house will be against you. You see, we as SDP, we are after the rule of law. We are after that opposition must not be silenced in the democratic norms. We are very concerned that this is the same thing that did to us in the 2023 general Kogi State gubernatorial election, where we were all victimized. We were chased out of our homes with guns, with ammunition. We all escaped assassination. It is not. Sometimes I wonder if Kogi State is part of Nigeria. If the rule of law is applicable to this state, because the kind of policy that gets heated in that place is politics of taking life, killing, destruction.
Well, Isaiah, I do remember some of these incidences that you've actually mentioned. But, you know, let's stick to the topic of discussion. Now, talking about Natasha's recall. Now, since the initial petition failed to meet the required 50% signature threshold, what do you think the chances are for a successful recall effort moving forward?
There is no any chance. My sister, let's not deceive ourselves. Those signatures they're talking about, even about 29,000 plus that INEC said was not verified, they are all cook and bush, forged signatures. Have you not heard of the petition that have been submitted to the Inspector General of Police about the forged signatures? You see, what they did was just a manual tally. Corresponding the datas tallying it and looking into the system, it is what they say they have just confirmed. They have not gone on the field for physical verification. When they step on the field for physical verification, I can assure you they won't get 20,000. They will not even get 10,000 people that will come out boldly in a broad daylight that they want to recall Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. It's not possible.
So you're saying that the process is a done deal, according to INEC, and you think the issue has truly been resolved?
Even if they come up 10 times, they will fail 100 times. In fact, the Asian book said they shall come against you in one way and flee in 7 ways. So no matter how they come, they will flee in 10 ways. It is not possible. You don't get it. You cannot have the grassroots and they want to recall you. I said it. The only way that they will succeed in recalling Senator Natasha is if only and only they apply the lawlessness to their process, and maybe overnight announce the result of the referendum or whatever they got as according to what they can announce. We have seen it in several locations. In others' elections, we have seen it happening. It happened to us, and it can happen any day. So I don't trust the process of this government. I don't trust their sense of judgment that is truly and accrue to the rule of law. I don't trust them standing by the order of what INEC are really saying. Today, INEC might say something today, tomorrow they say another thing. The last time they said there was no signature on it or something, no address. Before you know it, some address came out, which was even still not the main. There is nothing like that in the Okene, as is or in the Okehi or in Adabi or in the other part of Kogi State. There was nothing of such. Now, before you know it, they came up with another. So we are concerned that they can come up with another story tomorrow and say the recalling proceed. That is not even our fear. But not standing by the rule of law is only what we are concerned about. But if they are going to stand by the rule of law, if they are going to come to the field for physical verification, trust me, I am telling you this, that they will not get 20,000. They will not get. That lady has worked very hard. She worked for her election. She won electorally. Her supporters are organic supporters. These are not buying and selling of votes during election. Election were declared inconclusive, and then before you know it, they announce anything. That is not the case. See, I can tell you categorically as a co-guy, as someone that was part of the election, don't forget, I was also on the ballot for, as a Senate for Kogi East in the same election. So I know everything that has to do with the election. As a candidate of that election, as someone that is on the ballot, I can tell you that Senator Natasha won her election hands down.
All right.
100%.
All right.
No
thank you so much, Isaiah. Sadly, we have to actually stop here. We appreciate you for your time.